I turned my back on you before yours was even formed. Had formulated this idea that I didn't want to disappoint my peers, and I feared that those young folks under me wouldn't hear what I had to say if they saw me in a family way. So in the name of ministry, I threw you away. Used my witness as an excuse for my arrogance. Thought so highly of myself that I thought nothing of you. See, you were nothing. You were an it. And I thought that it would be better if it wasn't here because it would interfere with my destiny, so it had to go, not realizing that it was you that I was letting go of. You were my destiny. A product of my promiscuity, yes, but no less meant to be here. For years, I lived in denial as though I had never faced this trial, as if you were never here. Then, in a moment of clarity, the thought of you came back to me. And like the weight of a freight train, I was taken under by overwhelming shame. The guilt that had eluded me for years was here and I could not escape. I asked the Lord for forgiveness, but it felt like it never came. What I didn't realize was He had already cleared my name. It was my own forgiveness I had yet to attain. I mean, who am I to stand and heap condemnation on a man who takes life into his own hands and kills an innocent young lad, then is found not guilty and set free when that man was me? I took no regard for your life, so like a snapped wife, I made discreet plans to end it. No, my finger wasn't on the trigger, but I handed them the gun and drew a bullseye on my womb. And then he, who was raised from a borrowed tomb, came into the room, stood between me and my doom, and said, "You are forgiven." And though I stood there guilty, He still took my sins and cast them into forgetfulness sea. So when I go back to Him again, asking for forgiveness for the exact same sin He knows not of which I speak, He said, "I know the plans that I have for you, not you, but me. I died so that you could be free, so leave the judgment piece to me, huh?" He said, "You are forgiven. Forgiven." And I must remember, for God so loved the world that He would give His only begotten Son, even for me. That my sins aren't so filthy that they can't be washed clean. That the liar and the murderer can both be set free. And though I turn my back on you, Christ cradles you in the palm of His hand and gently rocks your tiny, unformed yet perfect frame. And I believe that one day I will meet you again. His grace is sufficient. His grace is sufficient. His grace, it's sufficient. His forgiveness is complete and His love for me is forever. And if I can remember that, I can stand here unashamed and say the same to the next woman who's afraid to walk into her unexpected destiny, or who's now living in the shame of walking away from it. His grace is sufficient. So, until we meet again, my daughter, be free.